Hi there. Oh, wow. Life is funny. First off, if you're just joining us on the You Enjoy Life ride, welcome. I've got a huge thing of ice water here with some lavender to sink my feet in because I just got done another barefoot run. Oh, look how beautiful. I mean, I just ran 6 miles up a mountain. Hallelujah. Oh, that's the best feeling ever. Oh my God. Freaking feetgasm. I love it. Life is crazy. First off, what do you think of my, just got this today, skirt? I've been loving skirts. It comes with like a bottom thing, but I've been loving the skirt life because, I don't know, it's just pants are silly and they're so restricting, and I get that, like, men pants, women skirts, but as you know, my last video, I don't play by those rules. I don't play by any rules, really. That's kind of what this video is about, to be honest. But yeah, I wanted to come on here, talk about some insanely exciting life changes, and also what I'm doing to manifest things basically instantly. My manifestation experience is like that. You know, people have these like manifestation boards and intention board, all these things, and I'm just finding when I'm in alignment with myself, it's just like, So, first off, drum roll. Moving to New Mexico in like 2 weeks. October 1st, I'll be moving to New Mexico with my new partner, who's awesome. Just a little bit of a background. It was not planned at all. A week ago, this reality didn't even exist. As you may have seen in some other videos, I've been talking about just feeling like, just naturally being out in Colorado, like things are stripping away. Anything that doesn't serve me is just falling away. And it's been a really big topic on my mind recently, this idea that rather than trying to like go after things that you want, rather than try to like go after your dreams, right? And like really focus on them and try to control them and like power your way through it. Rather just get rid of all the things that don't serve you, all the things that are holding you back, because in your life, as I was watching this documentary on Bashar, he was talking about in your life, like your life is drawing you towards something, right? It's drawing you like exactly to what you need, whether you know it up here or not. It's like pulling you exactly to where you need to go. The problem is we have all these things resisting it, all these forces, all these fears, all these ideas that don't serve us, that are completely resisting this thing. So what happens is, rather than our life leading us right to it, we're trying to fight that. So instead of trying to fight to get the thing, just let go of all the things that are fighting to keep us from it, and just naturally, like, you know, as you peel layers back, your life just goes exactly where you need to go. So as some of you know, I've been talking about doing that and stripping away all that doesn't serve me, and, you know, shoes are gone. I've been getting rid of anything that's not essential. And it's kind of funny with all the COVID times and, like, you know, essential workers and essential things, like, it really made me think about what is essential in life. And I've come to realize, you know, the more I tune into nature, that nature is my teacher. And it's very simple. That's the wild thing, is life is extremely simple. It's not easy, but it's extremely simple. And so when I cut back the things that don't serve me, that aren't necessary, like, you know, my whole life I thought I needed to wear certain types of shoes, and now I'm finding that I'm barefoot all the time, pretty much always. I thought it would be funny because I've been getting kicked out of a couple stores, like grocery stores, to get like a tattoo right here of like a sandal on my foot. So maybe I can trick people. But anyhow, so a couple weeks ago I went to this place in New Mexico, this really beautiful intentional community that people have been living on land for like 25, 30 years, 500 acres. And my partner, she's been going there and loving it, and the opportunity came up, and it just felt right. And she had planned to move there to do this kind of trial run there, and there was this beautiful little tiny off-grid home, and we asked if we could stay there, and they said yes. So we're moving October 1st, and I'm extremely excited. Basically, I'm gonna be no power. We might get like a little solar generator to have some basic stuff, but there's no power, there's no running water, there's no bathroom. There's no stove even. We're gonna put in a wood-fired stove. It's this tiny little place. It's just one little bedroom, and that's it. And I'm so excited. It's gonna be fall, going into winter, and I have no idea what the future holds, but it makes perfect sense. And the wild thing is, when I came back, I don't say I was nervous to tell my roommate, but we've been working on a lot of stuff here, and this is the most beautiful place I've ever lived, without question. And I've loved it here. And I was feeling like, when I told him that there'd be maybe like some sadness or, you know, loss, because, you know, it's my best friend and we've been living together since March, and I have another roommate and we all get along really well. And the wild part was the day I went to tell him, he also went to tell me that he was going to be living alone. So it was like, cosmically, all these forces, even though a week before, none of this reality existed for any of us, suddenly even my other roommate, she was like, yeah, I was thinking about moving too. So it was like as if the universe pushed us all exactly where we need to go. So it's been an amazing time here, but I'm going to be moving on to New Mexico. I don't know what the journey holds, but I'm very excited to just live very basic, very minimally, and just strip away all like the material things. I actually just pretty much sold. Maybe you can find some stuff on eBay. I'm selling like all my like camera, video gear. Not all. I'm gonna still make YouTube videos, but the YouTube videos are gonna be more focused on this very simple living and just living a good life. And so yeah, I've been posting a lot of stuff on eBay, selling a lot of old camera gear, music equipment and stuff. I guess I can put some links, if it's not all sold out, I'll put some links below if you want to buy some stuff. So that's super exciting. And one of the reasons I wanted to come on here and talk about that is because I've been finding that as I'm stripping away all this stuff, I'm starting to see what it's like to be superhuman. And I'm not talking about like superheroes, Spider-Man, Superman, that kind of magical whatever. Although in a way it feels magical because the things that I'm doing I never thought were possible. So for me, the more I push my body, the more I learn about who I am, the more I understand just how far I can actually go and beyond the physical limitations of what I thought possible. I feel stronger than ever. I'm at my best body weight that I've ever been. I'm not someone who like weighs himself every day, but I just know I weighed myself today and I'm like, oh, I'm not even trying. I'm eating whatever I want, whatever feels really good. I mean, I eat great food, but I'm not limiting myself to anything. I'm not saying I shouldn't or shouldn't. I'm just eating what feels right, what I want to eat in the moment. Sometimes that might be like ice cream, and other times that's, you know, fruit smoothies and juices and stuff. It's just whatever feels right. But today, for example, I just ran 6 miles up the side of a mountain, up and down, 3 miles each way. I haven't drank a single drop of water. And I ran pretty quickly, as fast as I could go, whatever that means. But I have not drank a single drop of water since last night, and even when I got back, I didn't even feel the urge to drink water. A couple days ago, I did a fast, no water, no food, day and a half, and I ran as well that day. I felt great. And yeah, I felt like I was like high and tripping, honestly. Now, let me just preface this with, don't just look at me and assume that you should do these types of things. I'm here to show you what's possible, but the reason I'm able to do this is because I've trained myself over a very long and slow period of time. I would not say just jump into it. Even the barefoot running stuff, take it very slow. I have a lot of friends now that are going barefoot, and it's like you need to be careful, because if you're just jumping into something blindly, which is something I don't do, I mean, I've never done, but I'm very like calculated in a way, and I might not seem like a calculated person. I'm not someone who's like looking up specific details and tracking calories, but I understand that my mind has certain limitations and my body has certain limitations based on conditioning, so I have to slowly break those things away. So to me, becoming superhuman is realizing that I don't need as much as I thought I needed. One of the reasons that I love doing fasts, and you know, the most I've ever done is 5-day water-only fast, and I plan to do no water, no food for up to 7 days. It's going to be a ways away, but that's kind of a future goal, and it's just going to happen when it happens. This fast I didn't plan for. It just felt right. My body said, "Hey, you were ready." So I'm listening to nature. I'm listening to my body that's in tune with nature, and it's telling me exactly what to do. But I'm being very smart about it, because I know that there are certain things that my mind still fears. And if my mind has a fear and I haven't looked at it, then that will be the thing that's going to make it hard. You know, the placebo effect is very strong. So if you're trying to do something, you're trying to expand what you believe is possible, you need to look at your limiting beliefs first. And your mind has limiting beliefs, your body has limiting beliefs, and even your spirit has limiting beliefs. So the journey of life, I always say, is know thyself, right? And that simple formula, know thyself, it's three words? Know thyself, I guess 3 words. It's a simple formula, but it will be the thing that will unravel and change your whole life. And in my book, Conversations with Your Best Friend, I talk a lot about the process of doing that and how you can do that. So of course you can snag that book below if you want. Also, I'm finishing up a new book called Cooking with Your Best Friend, which is about similar concepts, but in context to my journey through cooking and YouTube and all the crazy stuff that came with that. So if you're trying to become superhuman, for me, I'm not a doomsday person, but I do recognize that I don't want to be dependent on stuff. So COVID is a great example. And I'll share this. I wasn't going to share this. I wasn't going to share this for a long time, but I feel really good about it now. I decided to stop wearing sunglasses. I was talking to someone, and I won't say who, but I was talking to someone that was telling me about someone that she knows that has not worn sunglasses for a long time, and started doing some research into it. And I'm not saying this because I think you should do it. I'm just telling you my experience. But basically, and there's a lot of this is a very controversial thing, especially depending on your eye color and all this stuff. But I figured I'd give it a go because I really don't like wearing sunscreen. It just doesn't feel natural. So I stopped wearing sunglasses, and a lot of what I read was that your eyes naturally, when they take in the sun, they know the skin knows how to protect itself. But when we put on sunglasses, especially ones that aren't polarized, our brain thinks that we're in a dark room, and then our skin becomes completely unprotected. And oftentimes you see people that fall asleep on a beach with sunglasses and they wake up burnt. Now, I haven't worn sunscreen and I haven't worn sunglasses this whole summer. I had no problem. I wore a hat. I still protected myself during the heat of the day a lot of times. Like, I went on a river trip for 4 days and I wore a long sleeve shirt. And I wasn't always in a long sleeve shirt, but when I felt like I needed to, I did. But rather than wearing sunscreen, I was just smart. And this whole summer I haven't burnt myself once. I've also been now running. Today I just went for a run, literally just with this. And no shirt and nothing. Heat of the day and totally fine. So I'm in Colorado too, where the sun's extremely strong. So again, it doesn't bother me what reactions and opinions that people have out there. I don't mind being controversial because I understand that if you're watching this video and you're like, this guy's crazy, or it doesn't make any sense, or research says blah 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 blah, like, you're not me. And unless you've actually gone after this stuff, you can comment all you want, but I really don't care. I'm also, again, cautioning anyone that does anything to be very careful and very smart. I'm not telling you that this is the way to live or this is the right way, but I know myself, and that's what this comes down to. I know myself, I know what my limitations are, and I know what they're not. And I know that limitations that I have, that I can break free from them if I'm smart about how I go about it. Just like my feet. I didn't just jump into being barefoot. It took a long time to get this way, and today was the longest run that I've ever done barefoot, and the hardest run. But I felt great. I was singing and dancing the whole time. And I know my feet because I've been really developing a serious relationship with them. So in life, hey, what's going on back there? By the way, today I saw a huge black bear right by me when I went up to water some plants. I was like, wowzers. Anyhow, point being here is know yourself. And when you start to know yourself, you can realize that the limitations you thought you had, you're so much bigger than that. You can go so far beyond that to be superhuman. So one thing I was saying about the sun is that there's a lot of studies that link COVID-19 and lack of vitamin D, right? I think it was like 90% or something. Now, I think one of the reasons, I was talking to my dad about it, his doctor, and he's like, one of the reasons our case numbers are so bad is because America is extremely unhealthy. I feel great. I have no fear. We go out, I wear a mask. I am happy to follow basic rules. Like, I can't go into a store without a mask, right? I mostly avoid places that require masks, which is nice, so I rarely have to wear a mask, but if I have to go into normal society, I'll put a mask on. I get that. I'm cool to jive with that. However, at the end of the day, I know what it comes down to is being healthy and knowing myself. And when COVID originally hit, I was like, you know what? I am healthy. I trust my health. And I trust that I'm not going to get sick. And if I get sick, my body will fight things off because I am very strong. And I feel stronger. And I don't just mean like this type of strong. I mean like strong and healthy and vitality and fullness. So I'm afraid of nothing. And yes, I have like these minor little fears. Like the bear today. I actually wasn't scared of the bear. I even thought about what if the bear came running after me, what I would do to fight it. I know that sounds ridiculous. And I'm not saying I could fight a bear. That'd be absurd. But I wasn't even scared of the bear. So the fears that I have, these little tiny momentary fears that I'm reminded of, no. If they're still there, then I look at them. If I'm scared of something, if something terrifies me, that means that I'm just expanding, right? So rather than say, oh my God, I'm scared and just get smaller, it actually makes me bigger. Because I know that I am so much bigger than this body. I know that I am infinite. And I know that the things I was told that I can't do are silly and ridiculous. And I still have to train my body to be able to do those things. So if you want to become superhuman, if you don't want to have to rely on other people for your health or other things for your health, I don't take medication. I haven't taken anything over the counter prescription in over 10 years. And it didn't start off that way. My whole life I was taking medication, and always whenever I was sick, I'd take pills and all these things and Triminic and blah, 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 blah. And now I just take care of myself. I just eat well. Food can be medicine. Also fasting can be medicine. But I'm transcending what I thought it meant to be human. And it's a slow process, but I have my whole life to do it. So if you want to come on the journey with me, I'm still going to be putting out videos. I'm going to be moving to New Mexico October 1st, off-grid, but I will have access to internet like a certain time. So the community, there's internet, just where I'm living there isn't, so I can walk to upload videos. I'm still figuring out exactly how often. I might shoot a bunch of videos and upload them like in a series, but I'll still be putting out content, but the content's going to be around living a very simple, not easy, but simple life and showing you how to maximize your potential in this world, because the things that you can do in your life are absolutely amazing, and I want to take you on that journey, because as I'm learning, it's blowing my freaking mind. Anyway, I love you all very much, and we'll talk soon.